All right, y'all. It is time for a fresh Tepid Takes today here on the channel. I think I speak for all of us when I say it's nice to just talk about something that isn't geopolitics and current events and just the things that are stressing us all out right now. I do vacillate between wanting to be like a safe haven on the internet where we don't have to talk about that kind of stuff, and also like needing to appear human. I can't just pretend that I'm feeling great when everything is on fire. So, we're just gonna shake it off today. We're gonna talk about some new beauty releases. I hope everybody is like managing to keep it on the rails somehow, some way. Tepid Takes is the name of the series on my channel where we talk about new beauty releases. And I always say, don't ever try and keep up with my level of consumption. When I say that I'm going to be buying something, I'm buying it for a review on my channel. I'm not buying it for my own personal collection. There's no way I'm going to finish all the makeup that I own, and I don't want that for anyone else. All that said, y'all, we're going to go on Makeup on Your Radar, a Meet Beauty talk, and we're going to chat through the things that are coming out right now, whether I plan to buy them. We're gonna just spend a little bit of time talking about makeup, so. Let's go ahead and jump in. I do want to say this is just an update that Jamie texted me last night. Jamie is the owner of Makeup on Your Radar. She texted me last night to tell me that the new Byredo palette had officially dropped. It is the Byredo Vesuvio palette, and I was not, you know, on Instagram. I don't get Instagram notifications pushed to my phone or anything like that for mental health purposes. And so she texted me, she was like, I don't want you to miss this, because she's an angel on this earth, and I immediately bought it. So look forward to a review on that. This has been my favorite palette. I'm wearing it right now. I wear it every single time I wear eye makeup, and this is the Bibliophilia palette from Byredo. I'm like just, oh, it's perfect. It's just perfect for me. Rebecca got it too. She's my green friend. She's on Instagram now, by the way. Your Green Friend Reviews. So she finally started an Instagram, so y'all can go follow her for all of the olive people out there if you are interested in like her reviews. She has a blog and has had a blog for a really long time, but she didn't have an Instagram and now she does. Either way, she bought that and it's great for olives too. So I am excited about this for entirely other reasons. The main reason being that the shimmers from Byredo are incredible, and they usually put like one or two in a palette. And sometimes if they're not exactly what you were hoping for in terms of color, it's like, oh man, you know what I mean? It's like you feel like you kind of missed an opportunity. And this is an entire palette, well, almost an entire palette of just that gorgeous shimmer finish. And I'm very, very excited about it. And I need a little bit of like brightness and color and excitement in my life. So that'll be a fun video. Listen, I got it. And there are no wet look shimmers in there. So honestly, thinking about returning it. Victoria Beckham has come out with a new colorway in the eye wardrobe. It doesn't say what it's called. Listen, it's purple and it's pretty. It's gonna be great for olives. I do think that Victoria is an olive, and so that's why she makes so many olive-oriented colorways. I don't need this. I love the formulas. I found the brown one, whatever it's called, Cocoa, and that one is like my be-all end-all, and I will say that these are really, really great. I don't need to buy another one in order to review it until I'm like excited about another colorway. Y'all, I am so excited about this development. I had heard rumblings of it online and through y'all's comments. I don't know where everyone gets all of their insider information from, probably like Reddit or something. I'm not on Reddit because I don't like being inundated by information. I just get overwhelmed and it never leaves my brain. But either way, the news has hit the mainstream that Merit is releasing the lip blush as its own thing, not as these kind of like limited releases. The lip blush formula, it's not the signature lip, it's not the signature lip matte, it's this like sheerer, balmier matte texture. And I have it in the archival color from the archival trio that came out over the holiday. And then I realized like, oh, this isn't like a formula that you can just go shop, you know? It's only been kind of like here and then gone, here and then gone. So they are finally putting this out. This is literally my favorite formula that they've ever done, and I'm so pumped. I'm going to buy probably several of these. So, signature lip lightweight lip blush, a lightweight blurring lipstick that gives a sheer soft matte wash of color with a smooth balm-like texture that feels comfortable all day. Gel wrapped pigments for smooth buildable color. Sesame seed active boosts hydration for smoother lips. It is a hydrating lipstick that is also a matte balm. I mean, it's a trendy thing. There was the Louis Vuitton balm that's like that. We've had a lot of them. These are really low pigment. I feel like they're very easy to wear. They're very consistently pigmented, which is nice. And they're moisturizing, which is not the case for a lot of these formulas that I've tried in the past. So there are 8 shades that are coming out. Andy is a pink. Then we have Kitten Heel, which looks to be like a coral. There's Archival, which I already have, which is a really beautiful mauve. I love it. I love that one. Then Bespoke, ha ha ha. I don't know if Bespoke has existed in this formula before and I just missed it, but like add to cart. Bespoke is my favorite of their blushes. It's just such an unbelievably like weird, grungy, cool, brown, purpley color. I love it so much. I love it so much. It's just an inexplicable color. I love it. So I will definitely be buying that for lips. Gamay? Is that how you say that? It looks to be a kind of desaturated red that kind of goes a little towards berry. And September it looks to be like a true red. Vendome? I'm not sure. Yet again, I have been outsmarted by French. It's Vendôme, which is a place in France. That is a really pretty kind of like, looks like a neutral leaning warm beige. And then Framboise, which is a very pretty kind of pinky berry. So I will definitely be getting the kind of grungier shades. And I already have Archival, but like this formula, I can't even tell y'all. It's just so lovely. It's so easy to wear. It's like the ideal. Everybody has always loved the signature lip from Merit, and I've never really found colors that I loved. And also as like a medium contrast person who likes to lean kind of towards the safety of low contrast, they were always just a little too much for me. And so this is my ideal coverage level and the ideal texture too. I've really been moving away from glossy lips, but I love that this is moisturizing, so A+. And there's no fragrance, there's no sensation, there's no nothing, and the packaging's gorgeous. So it really hits all the marks for me. Ooh, okay, so little story here. Milk Makeup sent me a PR package last week and I opened it up. I was like, what is this gonna be? I thought it was gonna be the new like jelly sticks that have shimmer in them, but that's not what was in there. What was in there was 2 of the new concealers, as well as a few other goodies that they included, but the problem was that they were much too dark for me. It was shade 5 and shade 5.5, which were just, I mean, they were like bronzer colors for me, right? But when I swatched them, I was like, oh my God. This is the first time in a long time that I have been like really excited about a Milk Makeup formula, like a new formula. It felt awesome. Like it was just really like moisturizing. It felt like someone had put the Glossier Stretch Concealer in a stick, but with like more coverage. Like absolutely. So I don't usually do this, but I actually reached out to them and I was like, hey, y'all, I'm so excited about this formula, but I got the wrong colors. I don't want you to think that like I'm not going to talk about this or try this because I don't like it. It's because I don't have colors that match me. And they sent me a form so that I could fill it out and like get the colors that I wanted. So they're going to send me my shades and I am thrilled, like thrilled to get my hands on this because it's so beautiful. It's really like, I'm not sure how well it's going to work on the under eyes in terms of not creasing because it is quite a dewy texture, but it still feels really stable. And that's why I want to test it. That's why we play the game, you know? But it does have a lot of pigment and so a little goes a long way. And it's in like a clicky tube like you would use for some of those almost too unstable to even be in a stick format, like the lip glosses and stuff like that. It's a really, really fascinating take on a concealer. And usually I find that Milk Makeup is doing things that are kind of innovative for innovative sake. You know, it's like we want the virality of the delivery system and how it looks while you're applying it more so than performance, but this feels so far like a complete thought and that really excites me and it feels new and I just, yeah, I'm really, really excited about it. So it is the Hydro Grip 12-Hour Hydrating Gel Stick Concealer. It's gonna be $29 each. I cannot wait to share this with y'all. This is such a wild image. Like, what am I looking at here? Again, Makeup Forever, I feel like they got new art direction or someone went on an ayahuasca retreat or something and came back and they were like, listen, I've got ideas, everyone get out of the way. Because 2026 Makeup Forever is just like taking the bull by the horns. So this says, glide with confidence, color without limits, meet our new Artist Liquid Color Multi-Use Transfer Proof Matte in 18 fearless shades and our iconic artist color pencil. So Are we going for new colors in the artist color pencil, which A+, love that. You know what I mean? Give me all of those. I love them. But this is artist liquid color. So I love that they're putting these things out that they're like, we're not even gonna tell you what it is, do whatever you want with it. I did end up buying the blue artist color cream. So, you know, expect, again, that's gonna be in a video coming up. I have yet to like have the courage to crack that bad boy open, but it will be in a video soon. I'm excited about it. But let me actually look this up because it says it's already available. See, again, I'm not like a student of Makeup Forever, so I don't know whether a lot of the stuff that's like coming out right now has already been out and they're repackaging it. So here we go. We believe color is emotion. It's how artistry becomes expression. Make color speak your way with the new Artist Liquid Color, now in 18 shades. What are they for? I love that they're just like saying like, use it. Enjoy, have fun. You know, people are putting it on their cheeks for sure. I think you can do pretty much whatever you want with it. Cool. Like, cool. I love this from Makeup Forever. I love this from them right now. I also like, what are these little, why are they putting these skateboard wheels and everything? We're doing skateboards in this campaign. It's a lot of skateboard wheels. I thought those were like pencil sharpeners at first, but they are in fact skateboard wheels. There are some very pretty like grungy colors that I see, and also a beautiful vivid purple. It doesn't look to be available yet, even though they say that it is, and they don't seem to also have a release date announced. This is the kind of thing that's exciting me in 2026, is when I look at it I go, what is that? So yeah, I'll definitely get my hands on some of those as soon as they're out. Yeah, so I referred to this earlier. There are also these new things from Milk Makeup, the Cooling Water Jelly Shimmer Stick for face and eyes. This is giving Bath & Body Works art stuff. Do y'all remember that? And for that, I give it kudos for nostalgia and for appealing to a certain age group. I actually kind of appreciate, now that I'm thinking about it, that this makes itself very clear, so to speak, in terms of who it's for. You know, it's not disguising itself as a chic lip balm that like you should pay $24 for and then you get it in your hand and you're like, oops, this was made for kids. This is very clearly made for kids. You're allowed to make things for kids. Just make it clear. You know what I mean? I mean, they do. They make them clear. They literally do. But like, make it obvious that it is a product that is either targeted towards kids or someone who wants to just wear glitter on their face. You know what I mean? Like, that's also allowed. I'm not saying that adults aren't allowed to wear glitter on their face. It's just, it's a very specific kind of product, and I just like knowing what I'm getting myself into. That's all. I just know not to spend my money on that because that's not for me. Bobbi Brown, and when I say Bobbi Brown, I mean the company Bobbi Brown, has put out a new 24-hour Kajal eyeliner waterproof. I hope that they send this to me as well. I'm not out here like buying every eyeliner release, although I did just buy the one from Sarah Creel finally. This is one that Natalie has been raving about since it came out, and it just finally crossed my feet at the right time. And I loved this really light shade. It's called Everyday Taupe, and I thought it would go really well with the taupe mascara, and that's what I'm wearing today. And I have to say, 10 out of 10, like so excited. But usually it has to be a brand that I trust and a color that I'm excited about, and I don't see anything that's really like subtle here that I'd be like really excited about trying. So we'll see if they send it to me or something. I'm probably not going to buy it to review. That said, I'm sure it's lovely. You know what I mean? But they are expanding the shade range on this extra lip tinted balm with plumping and peptide technology. Y'all, this is another one that drives me nuts because I did buy at least one of these and they're all pH adjusting. So I was wondering if this was going to be a color release that wasn't going to have the pH technology in it, but it says hydrating plumping lip balm that softens and smooths lip color that blooms as it adjusts to pH. So yeah, again, it's like, I always say this, but when we're talking about that pH color adjusting ingredient, a lot of times it is so overwhelming in a formula that it kind of doesn't matter that you made a shade range. And that's becoming less the case. I feel like some companies are handling it more deftly now. I don't know why this is the gimmick that everyone feels like they need to kind of tackle and like make it work for a formula. If there are that many people clamoring for like more and more and more of these things, apparently they sell. But it does look like these have discernible shades. They just do. I mean, if you're new to this concept, they're always going to skew quite pink. So if like you can't wear a hot pink, I wouldn't go for it because it's still gonna have that undertone of hot pink that's kind of tough for a lot of people to wear. You need to be pretty high contrast in order to wear stuff like that, or it's gonna like really overwhelm your complexion. That can just be kind of like an unpleasant surprise. So I'm unpleasantly surprised because I actually really like this formula, and I love when brands put out tinted lipstick style balms. Not like a squeezy tube thing, but like a stick balm. That's just kind of a balanced formula that has tended to work for me. Actually, NARS finally started sending me a little bit of PR, and they sent me 3 of their new tinted balms, and they're beautiful, and they don't have any kind of like transformation or any kind of like parlor tricks. They're not even scented. So I'll be talking about those and showing those to y'all soon. But yeah, I get excited when I see these kinds of formulas come out, and then I get disappointed because I know I'm not going to buy a pH color adjusting product. Okay, this is really interesting. This is exciting. I don't remember who, I think Natalie initially sent this to me and she's like, this is intriguing, you know? So Bare Minerals is putting out a Complexion Rescue Luminous Hydrating Skin Tint Stick with Magnesium. I was already interested when they said they were putting out a skin tint stick, okay? Because all of the complexion releases from Bare Minerals lately have been, and I say lately, like the past few years, have been odd. They've just been odd. They put out a liquid foundation that didn't dry down. It was incredibly uncomfortable to wear. And then they've been putting out a lot of like powder foundations in weird shade ranges and stuff. It's just been very, very strange. And then they released this concealer, the Bare Pro 16-Hour Wear, which is a replacement for the original Bare Pro, which was a stick, which was an actually fantastic formula. And then it's been replaced by this one that's not very good. So anyway, not only that, but apparently we're putting magnesium in things now. Listen, I don't know about it topically, but I've been taking magnesium glycinate and it's a game changer. My friend who's a dietitian was like, everyone is deficient in magnesium. Let me tell you, it helps with a lot of things. Yeah, I don't know, putting magnesium in skin things sounds kind of nice. Couldn't hurt, right? I don't know. I'm not a chemist. Let me know if you're like, magnesium's terrible for your skin. Why did they do that? I don't know. But weightless, portable, well, they're all portable, aren't they? Skin tint stick glides on effortlessly to hydrate, smooth, and even skin tone while strengthening the skin barrier and delivering a natural glow. It does look in the swatches to be a lot like the Charlotte Tilbury stick. She did like a flawless filter. It wasn't called that, but it was a stick version of that. And while I'm not a big fan of the liquid flawless filter, oh my God, that little foundation stick was awesome. I loved it. For whatever reason, the coverage level and the amount of shimmer and the color itself just really agreed with my sensibility. I was like, this is what I want to look like. And so yes, I do think that I want to get this. This looks gorgeous. It looks gorgeous. I'm very excited about it. Let's see, do they have a price? $39.50. I think I'm going to, is it available now? Ulta. I think I'm gonna have to go to Ulta today. I think I'm gonna take myself a little trip out to Ulta because I need to, there's just a bunch of stuff that I want to swatch. And the thing about Ulta is I don't want to wait for them to ship it to me because first of all, it takes forever. And second of all, I feel like they put it in a package and then routinely just like throw it against the wall like 25 times before they actually send it to you because everything's just like broken and in a horrible like bubble mailer that nothing ever actually stays, you know, contained in, like it's all busted out of its package. And it takes like 3 weeks for it to get here. It's like they're shipping it from like the other side of the world. I don't understand. I don't understand. Like that's why I don't shop at Ulta very much. This is something that I want to go and touch, and I think it's, yes, it's at Ulta and it's at Sephora, but I want to go and touch it before I buy it. So this is the Laura Mercier Tinted Blur Balm Skin Tint with Peptides. I'm like, who's it for? You know, because I have a couple of the one from Danessa Myricks, and it's not really for my skin type, and I do think that this probably isn't for my skin type either, but I want to touch it first before I decide that. And also, it's a really wild shade range. Like, why do we have 10 shades? Why do we have 10 shades? Like, that's Laura Mercier, 2026. 10 shades? Are we sure? Before we switch over accounts, I do want to say that I did end up buying the new Charlotte Tilbury concealer, and I think I got it in 2 dark of a shade. I find it so hard to get a shade match with her stuff, so I might have to return this and swap it out at Sephora. I never even wanted to get it in the first place, and here we are. Now I'm gonna have to make a whole trip to Sephora. I love that this is what I complain about. These are the problems in my life. Oh no, I have to go to Sephora on a weekday. God, wheel. Who cares? Okay, so let's go over to Amit. Ooh, we have some skinny tubes of some persuasion from YSL. What is this? YSL is launching the new Love Nude Lip Blusher. You have my attention, YSL. A lightweight, matte, softly blurred balm. They have really found me in their crosshairs with this trend. I see that the trend predictors must have told all of these brands that this was what was going to happen in 2026. People want low coverage, matte, blurred lip balms. And I'm just like, me, I am people. Yes, I do want that. It's so easy for me to wear, and I am willing to entertain a lot of them. We might have to do probably like, you know, mid-year when we feel confident that a lot of these have gone ahead and come out. We might have to do like one big roundup of them. I think that would be fun. This is a product type that I'm excited about, so. Ooh wee, yes. Okay, so according to the description, the formula contains 84% nourishing ingredients combined with black cumin seed oil, coffee oil, and blueberry extract to moisturize lips. We love to hear it. It will be available in 10 shades. Release March 2026. I am loving the kind of grungier ones. Taupe Flirt, 3 AM Espresso, Mauve Haze. They look so pretty. I bought so many of the MAC ones, like in both of the new Powder Kiss formulas. I'm unstoppable. I'm on the train at this point. We've got the lip blush coming out from Merit. While I'm editing, I'm still going to be like adding to cart or adding to a list. The only thing that concerns me about this is what it's going to smell like, because a lot of these brands, the luxury fashion houses, they'll just do a wild card. You know, like every once in a while you get something from them for your lips and you're like, oh, I was kind of hoping it was going to be fruity, but it's like really perfumey and like floral and icky, and it's prohibitive. So I hope that that isn't the case. I just hope that that isn't the case. Amit also messaged me yesterday and said that we have a new reformulation happening, and that is of the Dior Forever Fluid Skin Glow SPF 50, which makes me think, uh-oh, are they going to still include a chemical sunscreen that irritates my skin or something? We have swatches that are captioned in Japanese. It says pictured here are only the lighter shades, but all shades will be available. Release date end of February 2026. It says it will be reformulated to include hyaluronic acid, niacinamide, and peptides, claiming lasting hydration not only while wearing it but also after makeup removal. So I own this foundation, and I actually went in store and swatched the daylights out of everything because Natalie, my friend, my skintress, who I talk about all the time now, is notoriously having like very fair skin, but very vividly fair skin. It's a very saturated fair skin, and she loves this foundation and she loves this concealer. She will die on that hill. And I got there and I was like, I cannot find a shade match in this, and it's because that line tends to be very saturated. The undertones are accurate, the lightness and the depth are accurate, but they're saturated, and so I can't really find a shade match. And so I will be interested to see if I have a shade in this. And I want to like reiterate that if y'all have ever done that, if you've ever gone in and swatched like a really huge line like that is like 50 shades in it or something, and you're like, why can't I find a shade? Sometimes it's because it's a line that's just really saturated, or sometimes it's one that's really desaturated and you happen to have a saturated skin tone. So that can really matter. What is that? Ooh, swatches of Givenchy's upcoming spring 2026 serum lip oils and Prisme Libre dual tone highlighters. Okay, listen. Those are clear lippy things and shimmery things. I am not sure that that thrills me. It kind of looks like Givenchy's take on kid makeup, which I'm like, Givenchy shouldn't be making kid makeup, but maybe I just don't know those kids. That doesn't really interest me, I'll be honest. There's just not anything to it. I'm looking at these new Tom Ford quads, and it's not like anybody in my comments is being like, Kackie, why aren't you reviewing Tom Ford quads? But I think that even though we're talking about reformulations and redesign of the Tom Ford quads, I think they're ugly as homemade sin. That is butt ugly. I'm sorry, that doesn't look like luxury to me. But also, it suffers from the same thing that the Tom Ford quads have always suffered from, at least from the standpoint of me as a customer, and that is that the color stories make nary a modicum of sense, okay? Like, I see no differentiation in like inside of each palette, inside of each quad, in depth, in texture, in temperature. You're supposed to be able to make an eye look out of a quad, and these just look like chaos. They just look like chaos. That is why I don't buy Tom Ford quads, that and I don't really like the formula and have it in the past. What is that? Why does this matter to me? This is so funny. It's so funny what your brain is used to seeing, and then you see something that's like a curveball and you're like, that's not that unusual, but it's unusual within the context of what you're used to. So YSL released a new 9-pan eyeshadow palette, Nude Hours, in France. This limited edition palette features 9 nude eyeshadows in a mix of satin, matte, metallic, and shimmery finishes. Release date available now at Sephora France, coming soon to the USA. Oh my God. It's a couture mini clutch, but it's 9 shades and they're all just in beautiful tans and browns. Yes, I love this formula so much. Oh God, that looks dreamy. Oh, I love the color of the outside of the package too. Yep, it's me getting excited about brown again. Don't mind me. What is that? Guerlain to release a new terracotta Jolie Teint Protecting Tint Moisturizer SPF 20, who cares, in 5 shades. That entire sentence makes no sense in 2026. What do you mean it's a skin tint in 5 shades and it is an SPF 20 PA+++? Like, why? Terracotta Jolie Teint is reimagined in this protecting tinted moisturizer, wrapping skin in a lightweight veil of radiance to reveal a flawlessly blurred, illuminated appearance. Available in the UK, blah, blah, blah. What does it look like on the skin? It looks like a shimmery foundation in 5 shades. It doesn't even match the models. I'm deeply annoyed by that, Guerlain. Okay, I did buy one of these. This is the new Natasha Denona High Gloss Tinted Balm in 7 shades. White tea rose cells smooths the lips, strengthens collagens and elastin enzymes, raspberry plant cells for immediate and long-term hydration. I'm pleased to say that this doesn't have any like overwhelming plumping sensation. It stays the color that it is, and it is like a really syrupy, thick, pigmented lip gloss, so it's very, very pretty. I did also, like a fool, I don't really know what got into me, but I bought the lip injection from Too Faced in like their new colors because I thought this color was so pretty. This is Cooling Instant Plumper. I thought that cooling meant that it wasn't going to be like the spicy kind. There, that's my defense. And this is in the shade It's Official. And let me tell you, nah, nope, it's just the original lip injection. It's still just really, really spicy and turns my lips red, unfortunately. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, this is exciting. We have 4 more shades in, I usually don't talk about shade extensions. We have 4 more shades in the ABH Smooth Blur Cream Contour Stick. I wear this in halftone and I love it. And it looks like they came out with an even lighter one than halftone. I'm not sure, maybe like right in between, somewhere in there, and it's still very, very cool toned. When we talked about this in like my beige blushes video, my last like face swatching video that we did, a lot of y'all were like, listen, I'm so fair and so cool toned, I dare you. I freaking dare you to find me a beige blush that doesn't turn orange. I'm telling you, that might be it. You know what I mean? Oh boy, yes. Now we have Phantom Shadow, which I'm sorry, that's a really ominous name. Halftone, grayscale shadow, base tone, core shadow, cast shadow, subtone, Phantom Shadow. I don't know, it sounds like a villain. I'm reading way too far into this, but I'm really glad that that shade range, it looks complete now, it looks great. I think that what I shall do, because I'm feeling quite inspired at the moment, I think that today is going to be a day where I go and touch things at Ulta and maybe even at Sephora, because I need to trade out that shade in the Charlotte Tilbury concealer anyway. So yeah, I'm going to take my little list with me and make sure that I kind of get the things that I need and get the lowdown on them and stuff like that. This is just a thing that I have to do on occasion where it's like, I don't want to wait to get it in the mail. I want to go and touch some stuff. So that will be my afternoon, and you can look forward to some new discoveries on behalf of that. But I have bought a bunch of new things that I'm excited to share with y'all as well. So I think that the next video probably will be just a good old-fashioned fashion, trying new makeup, and maybe we'll try and do something a little bit adventurous with our blue color cream. I hope that y'all found this fun, a nice escape, and spend as long as you possibly can or as long as you want to in the little bubble of thinking about pretty sparkly things for the moment, and that's what I'm going to do with my afternoon. If you did enjoy this, please give the video a thumbs up. If you're new here or you just haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe while you're here. We would love to have you. I will put a video up here that I think you'll enjoy if you liked this one. Thank you all so much for being here. Sincerely, from the bottom of my heart. I know I say it in every video, but I genuinely appreciate you being here because there are a lot of things vying for your attention, and the fact that you choose to spend your time with me means the absolute world to me. So thank you. Thank you for making my life possible. I love you. And I will see you in the next one. Bye all.